Okay, hello again. Now I am looking at my pre-assessment that I took about a month ago, 25 days ago to be exact. And it says that on that assessment, I was approaching competencies. Like I have some areas of strength and weaknesses. It's really interesting. Like I got all colors, right? I got perfect on sequences, and pretty good on the trigonometry of angles, but then in the middle sections here, it's got some terrible, terrible sections and some other um, so-so ones. Okay, so let's see. Now, with this report, when I hit print view, I see that I can see the actual assessment um, that I took. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and print it somehow here. Click on the side here and hit print, and I want to save this as a PDF. Save as PDF so that I can look at it later. Save. All right, I will create here W. There we go. So there's my coaching report here. Orientation. Make a new folder or assessments. All right. Now, if this is not an adequate title, I will put test, big, and pre-calc. That will be clear to me what it is. Okay, all right. So that's that. I'm not going to look over all the questions right now. I'm just going to kind of see ahead. It looks like I would have a fun time reviewing trigonometry of angles because I already know it. Everybody likes to do something that's easy, right? And then I have the hard stuff the stuff I don't know as much. All right, so go back now to where I was, right? I hit assessments. That's how I got it. And when I hit assessments, I I looked at my pre-assessment report. Then later on, I've got these other two things that I've got to do. I've got to, my end goals are the objective assessment and the performance assessment. Okay, what are the notes over here? Anything in notes? Wonder. Interesting. All right, maybe that would be from Ella Gorgon if she made any notes, but not. So trig now, arcs and angles. I really like this picture here of the competencies. I like what it showed me. So I'm gonna go back to that actually. And I'm gonna see because these are the competencies. I recognize it because I made the notes. I know the sequence was the last one and everything. So now I'm gonna try to take a picture of this diagnostic here. So if I remember correctly, the Windows Shift S lets me snip out the image. Okay, so I'm going to take this image, copy it. Good. I'm going to go over here. Yep. And I'm going to paste it into my blog there. So I can then see my starting point. And I will let the world see my weaknesses right there. That, yes, I am a middle school math teacher right now, and I don't know all of my trigonometry and precalculus yet, even though I got an A in precalculus in college a long time ago. I do not know all of this anymore. So, or didn't even really know it then. Just passed it to somehow. Didn't fully understand it. But now I'm going for gold. I'm going to understand it thoroughly so that I can explain any aspect of it. All right. This is where I start. Nobody is born knowing their math. even if they get good at it. Okay. Now, so that's there it is. There, I have copied the image. I'm going to go back and I'm going to use that. Those are my 6 competencies. The trigonometry of angles, the trigonometry of real numbers, analytic trigonometry, complex numbers, systems of equations and inequalities, and sequences. All right. And then in here we have angles and arcs and all of this stuff. Have this stuff that's just going down the middle of the page. La-di-da. This does correspond to what I saw in the PDF. Explore course offerings, study plan. Study plan, explore cohort offerings. Preparation and self-evaluation, pacing guide. I'm interested in the pacing guide right now. Trigonometry complex numbers, 12 and 9, interesting. Trigonometry. I see. Interesting. Okay. Fine, I've done 2 of 23 activities, huh? Interesting. There. Introduction. The course planning tool helps you and your faculty create a more accurate, personalized plan for your success. This tool will help you discover how familiar you are with course competencies. You should work through the tool for this course before you register for the course, and then refer to the tool. This course requires a performance assessment. Hmm. Do I really want to try, I guess, try this course planning tool, huh? What is it going to do? The course planning tool helps you and your faculty create a more accurate, personalized plan for your success. Really? Okay. Given the following course description, all the stuff that I've studied, I've looked at clearly, how confident are you that you can succeed in this course? I'm concerned that I'm an accident. This course will take a lot of effort, but I think this course doesn't look. This course will take a lot of effort, but I think I can get through it if I'm able to stay focused. Yeah, I think that's accurate because I think there's a lot to memorize. All right, that's what I think. I mean, I could just shuck it off and say, yeah, it doesn't look any harder than any other course. I'm sure I can handle it. No, there are a lot easier courses to this. There's some hardcore memorization to do here, and I can memorize. This is this definite. I respect the amount of effort I had to put into this. Okay, given the following course, I know the course description. I studied the whole outline. How much experience do you have in this area? This is all new to me. Heard some of these things before. I'm not sure what all of them are. I know what these things are, but I need to learn. I'm gonna go with the middle one again. I know what these things are, but I need to learn more about what to do with them. And next. Really? I have to like do this? All right. Fine. 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 Okay. Given a wind turbine that has a radius of 120 feet, measured from the center of the hub to the tip of the blade. Okay. How far does a blade trip travel if the fan revolves through an angle of 120 degrees? Okay, well, ooh, ooh, I think I can do that one. All right, let's see. Create a new class. I'm gonna give myself a whiteboard here. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so radius, right? So we got 120 feet. There's 360 degrees in a circle. So that's 1/3 of the circumference. And the circumference, no, it says through 240 degrees. So we're talking about 2/3 of the circumference. Okay. 2/3 of the circumference. All right, and yeah, wind turbine has a radius of, and so it's basically its diameter times pi. And so the diameter is also going to be the 240 um, times pi. And I'm basically supposed to round. Um, all right, well, and pi is about 3, right? A little bit more than 3. So 2/3 of 3 is 2. So this is going to be a little bit more than 2. So a little bit more than 2 of these. So it's probably going to be about, that's got to be what it's got to be, right? And let's just double check that I'm not forgetting. Um, circumference of a circle is 2r times pi, or diameter times pi, right? 2r times pi, yes. Yes. And then if I go over into a calculator and I put 2/3 times 240 times pi, boom, see? Look, I just Googled it and I have it rounds up to 503. Good, I'm good at that one. Okay. An airplane pilot is on approach to land. The airplane is at an altitude of 1,200 feet. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Clear the board. Clear everything. All right. And is a horizontal distance from the end of the runway. So we're up here at 1,200 feet. And the horizontal distance here on the bottom is 2,425 feet. Basically, we're looking at a triangle here. What is the angle of depression to the end of the runway? Oh. Right, those formulas. Those formulas. Right, there's a formula for this. I could look up the formula. I could Google the formula right now, and I could get this answer right. But I don't want to look up the formula. I want to memorize the formula. I don't want to skip this material. I want to study this material more. I could totally look up this formula. Right? Totally look up this formula. I could maybe even kind of guess the angle, thinking about these things, thinking about if I draw the ratio or the right way, 12 and 24, right? The ratio here is like a 1-to-2 ratio almost. So if we have a 1-to-2 ratio almost, right? Then this angle is going to be much smaller than this angle, and this is 90, right? And so these guys have to kind of split 90, so it's probably 64 degrees. But I'm not gonna guess and get it right without really knowing the formula. No way. Okay, this is a pre-diagnostic to help me see what I want to study more. So I want to study more what I don't feel confident about. I'm not going to try to like beat myself. Given the law of sines, All right, fine. This is the law of sines and the law of cosines. In the angle, what is the AC? I did this stuff before, but I want to review it more. I want to review that more. That's what I consider this question. Do I want to review it more or not? What is the graph? Yes, okay. I've seen radians before. I've seen this kind of, but you know what? Do I want to review this more? Yeah. Where? What are you doing? You're freezing up on me? About the arrow keys. Okay, arrow keys. Brought it back to life. I want to study that more. Given this expression, I want to study this more. Given this expression, I want to study this more. Given this expression, oh yeah, there are formulas for this. I could look this up and I could probably get the answer by Googling it in like 60 seconds or something, but less. But I don't want to like look up the formula. I want to memorize all these formulas. It's like the times tables. I know that they're useful. I want to memorize all these formulas. What value of x satisfies this one? Yeah, I want to memorize that. I want to work on that. I want to work on that. You're not letting me do it again? Freezing up? Why are we freezing up? Okay. Given this equation, oh, this equation, z equals these things. Well, this is easy, right? Okay. So I will go over here. I think I know pretty much just everything about this one. So we have, obviously we have -6 because we have 1 and the -7 gives us -6. And we have 5 and the negative turns us into positive and we have 7i. Like what? That's just like really simple algebra there. Right? Okay. I don't I don't need to learn that. Don't need to review that. True. True. Okay. Given the complex number to answer the following, use the given complex number to answer the following question. Oh, now like this mixing of these things with that. This is that French guy's formula, right? This is that French guy's formula. What's his? That's his, yeah. Day. It was like Bouvie. It was like Demauve or Demauve. It was like Moivre. It was like how you spell it, but that's not how you pronounce it. It's Mauves. Mauve's theory or something like that. Mauves, right? If I go back to my blog from before here, I go to Sky Studies. I study Skyward. What? This says computer is going so slow on me. This is unacceptable. Okay, let's see. No, and we don't want to go to my email right now. That's not what I asked for. Skyward Studies. Here we go. Okay. Now, wasn't that at ground zero here? My pronunciation of this guy? No. I think it was maybe memorization priorities. Yeah, and didn't I include the pronunciation? Yes. I included the pronunciation of his name. Okay. Copy. Should edit that blog and put like live links in there. Demoivre's theorem. Demoivre's theorem. Demoivre's theorem. Muah. 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 It's like UA. Muah. Muah's theorem. Muah's theorem. Demoivre's theorem. Right, so I have to memorize Demoivre's theorem for this one. I need to learn this. Given the following, this good stuff here, and this has including imaginary numbers, this is going to be more of de Moivre's theorem. I want to study that more. Use the given graph of the solution of a system of inequalities to answer the following question. Ooh, this is exciting. Oh, I might not really need to look at this one. Okay. I mean, these things are kind of fun because they're kind of easy for me, but so this is going, so x is one of these values and turns y into one of these values. So we are going to be, so these are the two lines that we are greater than or equal to. All right. And this is starting out in between the 600. So we have, and this is 8, because 8 times 50, 8 times 50 is about 400. So we're at about 600 when we add these together. Okay. But it goes down to 200 at 0. We want to go down to 400 at 0. Okay. So y is greater than the one that starts. You got to go up from this line. It's greater than the one that starts at 400, because when x is 0, it's going to be, y is going to be 400. So we're starting here. And so it's got to be one of these ones where y is great. What is going on over here with this advertisement in the corner of my eye? Goodbye. Okay. Let's see. Movement catches periphery of vision. All right. So y is greater than, so it's going to be either the first one or the third one. And then y has got to be less than, y has got to be less than. So it's the first, it's the y. Wait a minute. Y has got to be greater than. So we're going to be greater than the 400 one and less than the 200 one, I would think. We want to be greater than the 400, less than the 200. And I'm clicking on it and we're free. Okay, there we go. We're greater than 400 and we're less than 200. Yep. Greater than or equals, yes, greater than 400. See, we're going to go up from the 400 line and we're going to go down from the 200 line. Greater than 400. Yep, I'm pretty darn sure of that. Now, this is, where's this going so slow on me? And you switch my answer on me too. How rude. Okay, I try to. All right. Yes, we're sure. Let's see. Okay. Greater than 400, less than 200. Okay. The unique solution for the system of linear equations. Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm going to study this one more. I did this before. I did this method before, but I want to review it. A science teacher gives a 50-question exam worth 120 points. We might need to wait for it. Some of the questions were true, false, worth 2 points. The rest of the questions were multiple choice and worth 4 points. Okay. So some were worth 2 points and some were worth, and it's worth 120 points. 2 and 4 equals 120. 50-question exam was worth, some questions were worth 2, Well, aren't there... The teacher would like to know the total number of questions on the exam as a function of problem type. The teacher would like to know the total number of questions, not the score. So this formula is the score. Tricky. You have to read the whole thing. Teacher would like to know the total number of questions on the exam as the function of a problem. X corresponds to the number of true false. We're talking about the total number of questions, not the total number of points. So silly. Okay. X plus Y. Tricky. That's not hard though. And they didn't change my answer, right? Okay. A new car depreciates in value as soon as it is sold. Define as the value of the car and N as the number of months after being sold. I love these problems. Depreciation. Given these two pieces of information, all right, cool. All right. So the initial value of the car is 15. In how many months will the car be worth 9,000? It's in value as soon as it's sold. So this is a weird way of writing the formula. Anyway, I bet I can get this answer right, but I'm not gonna. Wait, a new card appreciates in value. Fine. Okay. All right. Um, so it's like losing like 750 a month, basically. So we're looking at a difference here of $6,000. How long would it take at 750 a month to lose $6,000? 8 months. I just like know it's 8 months because 750 times 2 is 1,500 times 4 is 3,000 times 8 is 6,000. Right? All right. I think I know those formulas pretty well. A new college graduate earns 30,000 for the first year of employment. After okay, every year thereafter, the graduate earns 1.5% more than the previous year. What will the graduate's annual salary be for the fourth year of employment? Okay, well, you can't just add 1.5% 4 times because you have to have the 1.5% of the 1.5%. So it is 30,000 K times um times 1 plus 1.5%, but we're not going to write it as 1.5%. We're going to write it as 0.015 to the power of 4 there. So that's what we're going to do here. So 1, 2, 3 times 1.015 raised to the power of 4. Okay, so we want $31,841. Love those problems. I love those problems. I think they're so easy. Okay, everything is hard until it's not, and then it's easy. All right, complete. Complete. All right, so that's what they think about me, my experience, confidence, and knowledge. Okay. Okay. What are these details? Yes, I skipped a lot of knowledge section. I didn't even try. Okay. There. Sequences, complex numbers. So that's probably pretty similar to what I got before. Or because I was supposed to take this maybe before my exam. We looked at it in terms of my exam. Probably similar. Okay. High details. Uh, now what? Go back to the main page. I did the course planning tool. Okay, so you know what? Let me go back to home and let me reload the course to see if anything like changed when I open it. Since I did that course planning tool. Not really, huh? Okay. I'm not sure how that was so helpful to me doing that course planning tool. Um, but we will carry on. Carry on, carry on, carry on. And I think I will stop this video and go on from there. So let's go here.